exaggerated, that's what you us. Story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, stand tall, fear I'm waiting, nursing you on. Oh, break out. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, stand tall, fear away the person you are. Oh.
So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Welcome to my Pixel 6 Pro versus iPhone 13 Pro Max. We'll compare and find out which one is the right one for the shoes.
All right, so which shoes? We'll start with the colors. You have sort of sunny here for the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Also comes in cloudy white, stormy black. 128 gigabytes to start here for Pixel 6 Pro. 12 gigabytes of RAM, Android 12. Now the iPhone 13 Pro Max starts at $200 more at the $1,100 price tag. They'll put $1,099, but it's basically $1,100, just like the Pixel 6. So it's basically $900. This is graphite right here. You can get gold, silver, as well as Sierra Blue. So keep in mind, you got 4 color options or so here for the iPhone. That's one more than the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now this one does come with 6 gigabytes of RAM, so keep that in mind, but it's running iOS, so it doesn't need quite as much RAM. Alright, so what should you choose when it comes to the design, the build, the body? I'm going to tell you right away, you don't want a curved display. You want the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It does have a flat panel right here. This one does have a slight curve to the edges. It's not major or drastic, anything like that, but it is a little bit curved. It also has more of a rectangular squared shape, so if If you don't like square edge here on the corners, and the iPhone does have stainless steel, whereas the Google Pixel 6 Pro does have a polished aluminum along the edges here. Also on the back, this is a full glass. It does have that matte glass texture, which I think is a little bit more, up to date than the regular glass. We had glass back phones a couple years ago, so I wish Pixel maybe would have went something like this. However, it has a big camera bump over here. You'll have to decide which one you think looks better in design overall, but I'll say if you want the lighter phone, you'll want the Google Pixel 6 Pro. This one, they both offer quite a bit of thickness, but the Google Pixel 6 Pro is a little bit thicker at its widest point at about 8.9 millimeters. The iPhone 13 Pro Max sits in at 7.7 millimeters. On the whole, though, they both do have really strong glass, Gorilla Glass Victus on the Google Pixel 6 Pro. This one, ceramic shield IP68 on both. And what's really stark about these is they're totally different. It's not like Google's trying to copy Apple over here. They look totally different on these two phones. So you'll know you have a Pixel if you get this, and you'll know you'll have an iPhone.
By the way, guys, let me know what you're thinking of this new Google translucent cases they've been launching for the Pixel 6 series. This is the sort of sunny color, but you can see it really does change the effect of the phone overall, giving it, more of a personality. So I'm really digging it. Let me know your thoughts on the new translucent cases.
All right, so let's discuss the displays, because this one's a little tricky. Some people say, no, it's quite easy. The iPhone gets brighter on that phone. Hey, listen, if you're obsessed with 1,000 nits on your phone, go ahead and get yourself the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It definitely gets brighter than Google Pixel, which comes in at around 530. I've tested on my Lux meter already. So if you want more brightness, go over to the iPhone. However, it's not the whole story, because the Google Pixel 6 Pro doesn't have a notch. It has this punch hole, so it feels like it can be a bigger display sometimes than that of the iPhone 13 Pro Max, even though they are around the same size. It just has more of a screen-to-body ratio that kind of feels that way. So there are some benefits here. Also, some people do like the curved display, and they think that, it feels, a little more premium. And with Android 12, I will say that it just kind of rolls off the corner with this back gesture right here. So I really do like the Google Pixel 6 Pro's display. And it is 120 Hz HDR10 Plus, just like that iPhone over there. 6.71 inches, slightly bigger than the 6.7 inches over here. But again, if you want the brightness, go over here to the iPhone. On the whole, besides that brightness level, I will say that Apple does have, a very similar resolution overall. But we do get a sharper text as well. So there's where you'll see that the Google Pixel 6 Pro is outshining the iPhone. It gives you a sharper 512 pixels per inch. And I actually noticed that too. The text looks just a little bit sharper for the Google Pixel 6 Pro, as it has more pixels on this display. In addition, the Google Pixel 6 Pro does have an always-on display, but you have True Tone, Dark Mode, a slightly sharper display, get the Pixel. If you want a brighter display, get the iPhone. Okay, which one to choose?